Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still pretty new, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much if you've already subscribed. Also, please don't forget to like right away, comment, all of that really helps me out. Thank you everyone who's already subscribed. So today isn't going to be the normal type of collective reading. I find that I am very connected to our planet. Oh, you guys see that I fixed this a little. I put a piece of paper behind this so you can see that it says peace on earth. All right, so this is kind of the theme that's been going through my head. We have the earth here because we're going to be, I guess, speaking with her today. So that means that I'm using the tarot that I always use when the planet is speaking to us, the Nature Spirit Tarot by Jean Marie Herzl. I've spoken to her. She is a lovely person, and I just love this tarot. To clarify, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. It's inspired by deities, folklores, and fairy tales from around the world. And since we are going to be talking to the world, that seemed appropriate. And since this is an earth reading, I also have the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma handy, as well as the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen D. Farmer. Pardon me, that was my throat. Okay, so this is a different type of collective reading here. I was getting... Okay, I'm very connected to humanity and the planet, what's going on. How do I put all this? Okay, so like the last few days, like last week, I was feeling sad. I was feeling, I don't know, just a lot of sadness. And, I was attributing it to my personal life. But what I have noticed over the years is that there are times when I kind of feel upset and it's sort of inexplicable, or at least I can't exactly explain it. And then eventually I find something to blame it on. And but no, what has been going on for me is that I feel the collective in an intuitive way, and I feel the planet. And I think the reason I feel that so deeply is because of my connection with the Marys, and that is the Virgin Mary, and that is Mary Magdalene. And I've had a theory that when there are feminine folks such as the Virgin Mary, Mary Magdalene, and other energies that represent the feminine, I just feel like every so often, or maybe a lot, I don't know how often this happens, but they're called earth angels. There's women. I'm not sure if there's men that are feminine that do this. This would be very interesting for me to find out. I think that would be awesome. So if that's you, let me know. But I just feel like these female or feminine earth angels are born in order to be like the voice of the planet. And some of them, like the gods and goddesses that may have not ever lived on the planet, I think that is another way for the planet to speak to us. And the way I've always kind of put it to people is that she puts on personas like Mary or Gaia. We have so many different names for her, but what I feel like she's doing is that they're like little finger puppets. These personas speak to us for her like little finger puppets, because we can identify with a face, we can identify with a personality a bit more than a celestial being, perhaps. And so I feel like that's one of the reasons that Mary is with me, and why she is also very powerful. Of course, we have the Jesus thing in there as well, but there's just a lot of facets to that type of energy. Okay, so I was planning, I was starting to, not planning, I was kind of getting this idea that this is what I needed to do today, this type of reading. And it's not so much a reading. This is why I haven't picked up my cards yet, guys. It's not so much a reading today, but also a prayer. Conversing with the planet. And then one of my friends on Facebook and who watches me here, Liseth. Hi, Liseth. Thank you so much for posting that information that today is the day that in Mexico where they honor Our Lady of Guadalupe. Today is 12/12. Today is a portal. So I understood more and more why this reading / prayer was something I needed to do today. The folks in Mexico make a pilgrimage to see the mantle, the paint, so-called painting of the Virgin of Guadalupe. I think she's in Mexico City. I didn't check that, guys. Sorry about that. But what they do is they make a pilgrimage and they go there to honor her. Now, the Virgin of Guadalupe, the image that appeared on the saint's mantle, when it was studied by science, they said that her face isn't painted on there. Her imagery isn't painted on there. It was as if that is just the natural way the cloth looks, the natural colors of the cloth. If you don't believe me, look it up. So I feel that was one of the factors for the Virgin of Guadalupe, to me, that she is a voice of our planet. Okay? So, I was getting some downloads here, so I got some notes here. And before I continue on, I want to apologize again about the zodiacs, not being able to do them. I just don't have the quiet time that I need to do 12 zodiac videos every single week. I just don't have it anymore. So I would like to recommend someone that I think is super awesome. If you would like to see your zodiacs, she doesn't do it every single week, but I vibe with her so well. I haven't spoken to her or anything, but I never miss a video of Libra. I'm a Libra, so I watch her, okay? And I have learned a great deal from this person. She is a wonderful person. Her name is Carissa, and her channel is called Flavored Vivid, okay? So if you're really missing your zodiacs, check her out. I put her link in the description box below, okay? Now, and I'm looking at my notes here, guys. This is why I'm not picking up my cards yet. This is a channeling, okay? So, I keep up with world events because of this connection I have with our planet. And obviously we know what's been going on. There's been a lot of natural disasters. There's been the volcanoes, more and more volcanoes. And here in the United States, we just had unprecedented tornadoes take out thousands of people. Pardon me. All right. And when I saw that something inside of me, I heard this in my head. I heard, that's it. That's all of them now. So then I ask myself, all of what? The elementals. We have experienced earthquakes, and that is the element of earth. We have experienced floods, and that is the element of water. We have been experiencing deadly volcanoes, an unusual number of volcanoes going off all over the world, and that is the element of fire. So when these tornadoes that were huge and lasted way longer than they normally do and just destroyed a huge swath of America and her people, that's air. So that's it. That's all of them. Earth, air, fire, and water. But there's also spirit. I was told there's also the supernatural involved here. That's the so-called aliens. That's our ancestors, our celestial brothers and sisters. Okay? So, honoring Guadalupe, she is here, and I am honoring the elements, the earth. I have my white wolf. And it's so weird how they all turned out to be white too. For the air, I have these doves. Oh, not exactly white, but for fire, I have our candles here. Okay? And for water, I have these dolphins. And for the supernatural, I have the alicorn. Okay? This is really a unicorn, and I put angel wings on it, so it's an alicorn. This represents the elementals of the earth in one, kind of. And, oh, and here's something I didn't think of. They said in the stars, the sky and the stars are these celestials. Also honoring our planet, she is a celestial being as well. Okay, so part of this is a prayer. Pardon me. Let me just have a drink of my tea here, guys. Okay. So all this white, I was told, is representative of purification. Oh, I was just told this is a white candle. Even like I said, for fire, we have the Virgin of Guadalupe here, but she's a white candle. Thank you, Spirit. All the white represents purification, which is why we're going through all this, which is why the earth is doing this. It's a purification. And so I'm going to start a prayer. Okay, guys? Great Spirit. Spirit that is God. Spirit that is Goddess. Hear us today. Hear our prayer. We understand. We see the balancing. We see the purification process. Now we pray for forgiveness. We pray for this purification process to be over, please, if it is time for that. I mean, we would really hope it's time for that. Please protect us when we are vulnerable. And from each other. And please let us choose our timeline now. That timeline, me, you, the Mother Speaks Tarot Collective, which isn't that big. I'm a new channel. But may those of us who understand now that our ways must change, that we must change, that we must be better stewards of this beautiful planet who gave us life. We understand and we choose the path to take care of the earth and her animals and her plants, to take care of the air with her birds and her clouds and her life-giving breath, to allow the fire to burn away that which no longer serves us. And we are grateful for the new land that she brings forth through the volcanoes. And we pledge to continue to clean and the waters, our oceans, our rivers, our lakes. We promise to live sustainably, cleaner, and that includes our energy. A promise to love one another and support one another, to be compassionate and kind to one another. And that will clean our energy. Something else that I was given, you guys might remember that I was being told to look up into the stars a lot. And I didn't know why. And then I was told it was because as we get light codes from our sun and our central sun, we also get light codes from the stars. And so I've been doing that. I've been going, whenever I can see the stars, it's raining right now. But when I can see the stars at night, it doesn't even matter how cold it is. I look up into the sky. And I allow those codes to come into me. And it's part of that, I think, this is telling me these things. Well, guess what else they told me? That the volcanoes, Pele, she says, when they bring up new, the lava is fire. It is purified already. And the lava coming out brings information as well. It's not just light codes. The water brings information, the air brings information, our blood brings us information, and the earth itself. The volcanoes are spewing out new information. This is how our environment works. It is spiritual. It is magical. And I accept that. I accept that. I accept the challenge to live sustainably and in harmony with she who gave us this life. Okay. Our timeline, may it now be before us. A timeline of rebuilding, of understanding our environment and who we are better, of truth not being suppressed anymore, no more suppression, just love. And taking life on this planet seriously, no more polluting it. We're not children anymore. It's time for us to be more responsible, more grown up. Think about what we do before we do it. How is it going to impact others? Self-care is what's going to help us all. And like I've said before, I have another link for another intuitive. Now, Carissa, I just told you about the ZODIACS. She's great for self-care too. But I also have LululisaTarotLoveGrow. Okay, she's also an intuitive reader. She doesn't do the zodiacs a lot, but she is great for self-love. She has been through so much. So please check out those two readers. Also, when it comes to the mysteries of the earth, I've got Praveen Mohan. His channel here on YouTube is phenomenal. He has over 1 million subscribers because he is going around the world and showing us temples and stuff that are just way more advanced than we thought. And people are beginning to wake up. Even science are starting to say, oh, yeah, looks like he's right. And he's not the only one doing this, but I do feel like he is a leader when it comes to places like India and Cambodia and the places he's been. Please just check him out, okay? All right, so with our prayer having been said, I would like to find out what now would the planet like to say to us, okay? So here is her deck. When I was pre-shuffling these before I started the recording, this was at the bottom for the last 3 shuffles, and I realized that she wanted it there. Change. This is 5. Pardon me. And this is cups. The 5 of cups is mourning. Sorry, guys. I just drank some tea, you know that, so. The 5 of cups is mourning. This is emotional despair, and it's because of some kind of change. Something, people have died, the earth is changing, and we are kind of, this is what this is about, okay? So, also prayers for all the folks that are experiencing such devastating losses all over our beautiful planet. I'm just going to call our planet Mother today, or she told me a long time ago to call her Amma. So Amma, I'm going to call her that. Amma, what have you to say to us, your children who have come to their senses? We understand what's wrong now. We wish to create recreate our civilizations to be in harmony with you. We wish to recreate ourselves to be in harmony with you. We wish to do everything that we can to be deserving of this beautiful life that you give us. And that's it. They want me to do a split. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in the reverse. So we've been working really hard at being a negative witness, I just heard, okay? Because the Page of Swords is about watching. But when it's upside down, it's about watching in a more negative way. See, if this had been like a love reading or personal reading, I would say that someone is watching you, but they're doing it in a more negative way, like a stalkery type thing that you may want to watch out for. But this is what our planet is telling us. The Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles is Earth, okay? So we've been working really hard to bear false witness or to bear negative witness. We've been working really hard at pointing the finger, not seeing the truth. But remember that pages are youths. I just heard, so that's what she's saying. Just remember, though, you're young. You're young in spirit. Our civilization itself on this planet may very well go back millions of years. Okay? We're still finding that out. Keep an eye on Praveen, Mohan, and others. Now, we're young in that our spirits are just now seeing this devastation. This is the end times. That's why I recognized with the tornadoes, that was it. That's all of them. This is the planet not getting back at us, but when your home becomes too dirty, you clean it. And sometimes if you're wiping down a counter, you accidentally kill a bug or two that you didn't see, maybe like a little gnat or something, and you wipe it, and then it's just, I'm just like, that happens to me. I don't like to kill anything, so I'm like, oh, poor little gnat, you know. But that's kind of what we are. We're little tiny beings, and when the planet is purifying herself, cleansing herself, we and her animals die sometimes. We haven't known which way to go. We've been at a crossroads for a long time because we couldn't see with our mind's eye. We all need to develop our intuition. I've been getting that message over and over and over this whole time I've had this channel. But as the human race has been blinded, and so we've been at this crossroads for a while. Oh, okay. I'll do it this way. We have manifested this. We manifested this. I just heard for 300 years. I don't know, 300 years. I have to think about that. I just say what I hear. This is a lot of cards here. I'm not going to get the rest of them. It's this that needed to be shown. We turned our back on her. We turned our back on our planet. And we were manifesting what we wanted. And we just look at all this abundance, healing in the amethysts, apples, cherries, flowers, plants, flowers, beauty, the power of the sun and the air. And we turned our back on all of that for our own needs. And we've been waiting. She says, yeah, and you've all been waiting for something wonderful to come in, but that's not how it works. I've been watching a lot of videos about ghosts. People have recorded things that spirits do in their homes. They have pictures and videos of shadows and of faces, of things moving, and that's all been real interesting to me. That's part of my research. I would want to know what is possible on this planet. And let me tell you something, guys. If ghosts can move things around without a body, anything is possible. And I was wondering why she wanted me to mention that, but now I'm being shown. She wants me to let you know that the ancestors are trying to tell us, not so much that they're angry, maybe some of them are angry. Our ancestors have been trying to tell us. There's been, not only is the veil gone, I personally feel like the veil started to fade away in 2012, okay? And it's pretty much gone now, and everybody is experiencing these things. They're like, what? Ghosts everywhere. There's like ghost hunting shows all over the world. And it's the ancestors. Those who have come before. And when we talk about ancestors, it's not just our family. The animals are our ancestors. The dinosaurs, the fish, they're our ancestors. And then there's the celestial beings that are also our ancestors. Our celestial brothers and sisters have come here and tried to help out. But because we're in fear and not in harmony with our planet, we fear them. We go, oh my God, what is that thing? It's not a thing. It is someone. A brother or sister or genderless celestial sibling. And a lot of these things that they have on camera, I think they're elementals. Some of them aren't even spirits, like dead folks. We see little things running around. We see fairies. They're fairies and gnomes and maybe ghouls. We've always known they were there. But we've spent the last few hundred years, last 300 years, denying that. Yes, with science. Now, I believe in science. I love science. You research what is truth. But I've also learned that truth can also be subjective. Like everybody's truth is different for each of them, and that while it's good to find out things about our world, like protein is good for you, right? Those kinds of things. I really believe in science when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I am not so into science that I believe every single thing, because people will take science or present something as it's fact or science, and it's not, and it happens for monetary gain. Oh, she said that's enough of that deck. It's time for the fairy tales and deities to speak. Okay, because they are also a part of our planet. Whether they physically walked the earth or not. Got the Emperor, okay? The masculine, God. Oh, today this is God. He looks kind of angry, a little bit judgy. He's got that big honking sword. But his armor hasn't been nicked. He hasn't gone to war yet. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. What are you going to do, guys? I'm ready. Not to chop us up, but to show you the truth. He's only shown us so much. Once he pulls that sword out of this stone, we'll see the rest of it, because swords are truth. This is the card of Aries. Aries is a cardinal sign, which is a beginner, and Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. And so now what I'm feeling from this is we haven't seen this new beginning just yet, but it's coming from the earth. Oh, look! Aries is fire as well, and right now this is like the volcanoes. The truth that is coming out of the earth. When the volcanoes spew the ash, it goes into the atmosphere, it goes around the world. So he's saying, I see you, I'm not exactly pleased, but I'm waiting to show you the truth. And those of you who want to continue to fight, I'm ready. Okay, open it up and we've got the Two of Cups. I love this Two of Cups. This is Enkidu and Gilgamesh. If you ever read the story of the epic of Gilgamesh, these guys were good buds. But here they look like more than that. But what this is saying is, look it, this is us. Gilgamesh is us. And Enkidu is the natural world. He is the elementals. He is the animals. He is the magic of this planet. And this is harmony, guys. Because they're touching their third eyes together. The third eye is very important here for everyone, so that we can all hear spirit. So that we can all hear our planet. Now Gilgamesh is a king, or look at him, he looks very rich, but Enkidu has nothing but like a loincloth on. And guess what? Both of those are okay. If you don't want to walk around looking like a king, you don't have to. And you are equal. If you want to walk around looking like a king, good, but you ain't better than him. What else would you like to say to us? Mary? Virgin of Guadalupe? Oh, I just remembered. She's the Empress. Oh, we just got the star. There is hope, guys. Look up at the stars. Go outside. Don't expect to get like downloads as soon as you go out there, or even if you're meditating, looking up at the sky. It doesn't always come right away. I'm not saying it won't, but it doesn't always come right away. But this is the downloads that she's asking us. Oh, she's telling me. It's been her. She's been telling me she's the one telling me to go outside and look at the stars. So she's telling you too. Oh, she's got a lamb in her lap. Oh, wow, I had a dream last year that there was a little lamb, and he had to be combed out, and the shepherd or caretaker didn't like combing out lambs because it hurt them and it made them bleed. But it had to be done. And, so I sat down and waited, and the little lamb cried out, and it made me cry, and it was very sad to listen to it. And when it was done, it was very bloody. And it came over to me, and it laid in my lap. So her dress is red like the blood, but this time the lamb is clean, purified, like all this white. This information in the stars is going to help us a great deal. There's also something else about looking to the stars for our celestial siblings. They want to help more than we know. And the more we accept their presence and look for them and accept them and there's probably some of them out there that might be a little dangerous to us, but Spirit isn't going to bring anything you didn't sign up for. Before you were born, you might say, okay, I'm going to go and have this type of life. I'm going to grow up here, and then, and then the aliens are going to come down and take me away and do things, and it's going to suck a little bit, but all my research is going to show everybody that they exist. There's reasons for the things that we go through, and we go through them as a type of sacrifice. Right now we're in the Four of Wands in the reverse energy. The Four of Wands upright is harmony. It's marriage and all that stuff. So what I'm feeling now is, look at her. She's blue. There's legends of blue people that live in the earth. There's legends of green people that live in the earth. And this could also be somebody who's from the stars. So this is telling me what I'm talking about. It's time for our minds to expand and begin to embrace all of the things that are around us. Like in Star Trek and stuff, they've got aliens everywhere, But right now, everybody's too scared for any of that. we've been manifesting the wrong stuff, just like that Three of Wands said. We've been tricking ourselves. We've been using trickster energy, and we've been doing what we haven't realized is black magic. For, you know, our intentions used for selfishness. That's all that means. But that's a lot. Selfishness can be a really, really terrible. Oh, there's the Emperor again, guys. God's watching us. Yeah, we've been fighting, but it hasn't been for nothing. Okay, these are called the Pandavas. They're brothers, and you know, they get into a lot of scuffles. But I always say about the Five of Wands that yes, this is a conflict. Yes, this is a struggle. This is drama. This is to me right now. This is how all the countries of the world have been. But now I'm being shown that this is the struggle to learn as well. This is the struggle to evolve and rise in vibration. Rising in vibration is ascension. So what this means is that our struggle hasn't been for nothing. It's like I always say for this card, when you spar, yes, you are fighting, but at the end you're better for it. You've learned. And so has your partner. And we're going to have a new beginning of inspiration, of spirit. A new beginning in spirit. Yep. Like I said, too, this is the... look at... I was looking for her and she's right there. We have the Emperor, the Magician upright now, and the Lady of Guadalupe. So what this is saying... oh, and right under the Pandavas in the reverse. There's more information coming. The truth is coming. Then we will manifest harmony. We're going to manifest gifts. The fairy godmother, what is her magic for? Does she use it for herself? No, she used it for Cinderella, so that everything turned out. Because no matter how your heart is grieving, and we started with the Five of Cups, and that's the card of grieving. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. And then that is a beautiful planet. Harmony. Magic between the Emperor and the Empress. The balance of the masculine and the feminine. Through giving. Through empathy, sympathy, compassion, unconditional love. Oh, guys, look. I didn't notice this ever before. She's got the moon in one ear and the sun in the other. But he's on the right and she's on the left. So they're kind of switched. Okay, so we're done. Because I knew that once I found her in this deck, we'd be done with the tarot. me just get another drink of my tea here, guys. All right, so, all right, this one. What do we have here? We've got earth, air, fire, water. Mother, Ama. Which animals would you like us to learn from today? One more, she says. The wolf. No? Earth, air, fire, water. A frog. Amphibian. Something that can exist in two worlds right here on the planet. The frog, prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. And that's the truth, guys, because look at all the blue. This is part of the sword I just saw. The sword that the emperor was pulling out of the stone. The information coming out of the volcanoes. It's harsh at first. It may take lives at first, but that information is going to circulate around the world for years. And this is the information that it's bringing. Frogs can be quite miraculous. One more. Don't catch any of my beautiful cards on fire, please. But, you know. Okay. The giraffe. Visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. So I feel like this is air. Okay. Wow. This can be both earth and water. Interesting. I wonder, will we get fire? Oh, not that way? Okay. This way? Earth, air, fire, water. Penguin authentic, reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Oh. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. Now, these are aquatic creatures as well. But this is very earthy here. That we have the squirrel. And man, does this make sense. Always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all you need. Wizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Been getting that message as well, guys. A lot of that. And the herons underneath, patience. Create a plan in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So what I'm getting here, guys, and underneath that's the butterfly. Man, I could just keep going, but what I'm feeling from these, and you know, even though this is the lizard, I'm feeling the salamander, which would be fire. I don't even know if there's a salamander in this deck, so maybe this is the closest thing that the elements could give me, but this is saying, look, all right, yeah, it's right here. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. So there's a lot of suffering and physically dying going on right now. So you are a survivor. And it's saying, don't let this stuff around you get you down. What you need to do is carry this vision, okay? Rise above these earthly matters. Glide through life with grace, okay? Don't freak out. Don't get all scared. Don't despair. Realize that you are unparalleled as a survivor, because no matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace what's going on right now. Embrace your transformation of self-love. Your new cloak will keep you safe from the fire, and you are a master of regeneration. So it's saying, like, you knew this was happening. You're like, you ever hear those jokes where people are like, wow, what about the people who die in the apocalypse? You know, when we're all gone one day, we can go up there and say, how did you die? Oh, I got hit by a car. How did you die? Oh, I died of a disease. What about you? And this other person's like, I died in the apocalypse, man. I got taken out by, one of these disasters going on. And while this is not funny at all, what's actually going on here in reality, what it's saying is that the message I'm getting is that we knew this was going to happen. That's what I teach. I teach the divine blueprint. Okay? So I incarnated here knowing that this is what I was going to do, knowing that it is my mission to pay attention to what's going on the earth and to learn to convey her messages. I pledged my life to God when I was 9. And God put me on a mission for the mother. The mother is also the universe, guys. Okay? So we all knew what we signed up for when we came here. So this is what we got to do. We got to come to terms with that. We got to take a deep breath. And when we see terrible things like thousands of people taken out in one day, it breaks the heart. It does. to know that children died in their mother's arms because of volcanoes. That's hard. But what I'm going to do is I am going to find the wisdom in it. And I am going to talk to you all, my collective, and then you can talk about that with someone else, and we will handle it, and we will learn from it, and we will grow from it. And while we have this sympathy and empathy and love and compassion for those who are suffering and passing away right now, for us to stay in a low vibration, to allow these things to put us in this lower vibration, isn't going to help anyone. We hear people talk about anchoring light codes. We're here to anchor these light codes. We're here to anchor these earth codes. And so what we have to do is we got to be patient, and we have to do our best to be positive and rebuild. All right, I guess it's time for the next deck because I just picked it up without thinking. Let me just get these out of here. Wow, I didn't put down any tarot cards because they just kept coming out when I split the deck today. I like how things change up. I get bored with things that are the same all the time, so that's why Spirit changes it up for me all the time, and I just learned that. There it is. The tornadoes activated this for me today. The tornadoes, also I'm a Libra, and that's air, and I'm not just a Libra sun. I am a Libra in like 5, maybe 6 other areas in my chart. So I'm just not just a Libra, I am so a Libra, okay? So that's air. And this is telling me, yeah, that's it. That's all the elements now. Now I've chosen my path to harmony, to anchor the harmony codes for the new world, for the new harmonious world that I've chosen to live in. That's going to be my reality. And others may split off from us and go into different realities apart from us and go down in vibration. But I have chosen that. Remember that Two of Swords? I took my blindfold off. I'm taking it off little by little, but okay, so this is an activation. I feel like something's starting now. Now that all of the elements have been activated. This just popped out. Full moon. Completion. What? Something's going to be complete by, is it this full moon? Because the full moon is like at the end of the week, isn't it? Gosh, I love a tree silhouette and the moon. That's why I had that dead looking tree from Halloween and then the moon behind it. I love this. Something is going to be complete. I don't know if it's going to be this full moon or not, but I'm being shown. So today is 12/12. That's a portal. And the full moon is going to be, is it maybe the 21st? Hang on. Okay, now the full moon is the 18th, which is Friday, but that is a 9, and 9 does represent a completion. So, yeah, the 21st is the solstice. unfoldment. Our crown chakras are beginning to unfold. I feel like this is the dawn flowers, earth, the water is water, air, and fire. Becoming shamans and shamanas. The ancient healing wisdom is there for us, they're saying. Look to the indigenous ones. This could be why so many of them are always persecuted and killed and they go missing, disappearing. There's, I don't know if you know, but here in America, thousands of Native women have been disappearing. You know, there's always this crushing of peaceful indigenous people. Why? Because they know how to live in harmony with the planet, and the others who are crushing them just want power. Power is temporary, guys, and it's not true power. You know who has true power is someone like this. Go speak with your Native Americans. Go speak with the First Nation. Go speak with the, you know, the indigenous folks, the Aborigines, wherever you live. Because Gaia wants to nurture you. Oh, no, she wants us to nurture her now as well. She says, look what I do. I give and I give and I give everything to you. And you guys just keep killing it and making it dirty and making it impure. So she's asking to be nurtured now. Our job has been to be the steward of this planet. And that's it. That's where it ends. Alright, guys. That's what I have for you today. I'll do my next video probably on the full moon. And I love you all. See you next time.